Hi guys, this is Mystery Angels. This is the first video I'm putting up on this channel. Hopefully many more. If you guys could subscribe and share, much appreciated. So, Summer's been missing, and in my videos I was saying maybe she had a headache, right? So I was getting little bits of information of slipping, headache, knee pain, dogs scared, dark, and I couldn't quite fit it. But I think I know what happened. I've got two theories, but judging by now, I'm doing this from the spirit world point of view, not the physical investigation point of view, okay? So this is for entertainment purposes, blah 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 blah. Entertainment purposes only. If you believe that, you believe anything. So number one, I do believe that there's enough mediums and enough tarot card readings and enough people that we're gonna know where Summer is. So this is what I got so far. Right. So Don's stepsister said that CPS was going to come, which is like in the UK we call them social workers. Why they told them they were coming to pick the kids up that day was beyond me. Way beyond me why you would tell parents you're about to pick these kids up on the 15th. Apparently. So Don was apparently at work, right? I think what's happened is Candy said to her daughter, because what I'm getting is Candy's Summer wanted to go play inside with her brothers. So Candy said, you go in there, but you stay there. And you sit down with the boys. But apparently the boys were teasing her, calling her names. And because she's so used to it, she just went, I'll sod you then. Went downstairs to play with her toys. But apparently she was told by her mum not to go down there because it was a bit dangerous. Or something was wrong. There was something down there that little children shouldn't be seeing and could be armed. So she warned her not to go down there. Whether the dogs were down there, I don't know. That's where the dogs were, or puppies, or what, right? Because some love puppies. But then she said, Mummy came down and shouting at me, and she was very angry. So she started hitting me. So I ran out. Now, everyone's saying the basement door. There is no basement door. There's basement windows and a back door and a front door. I don't know. I've never seen it. I've never seen the house. I don't know. But according to the spirit world and the person I'm speaking to, Summer ran out petrified. Right? Because her mum really was angry, was really hitting her, was really angry. Right? But she can't remember why. So then she said she ran as fast as she could, and one of the doggies were following her. So one of the dogs went with her, running with Summer. This is what the spirit's telling me. It allegedly is Summer's spirit. And I'll explain why I think that as well. Okay? So She's running, and she's at this point. She just wants to hide. She's scared. She just wants to hide because Mummy's really mad, really mad, and she's already hit Summer. So Summer ran with her dog, and then she said, "Mummy got in the car, and I was gonna run across." So obviously she was running to H's house, right? She said she just wanted to hide, and she saw her mum's car, and the dog ran out to the mum, and the mum shouted at the dog to get back up the hill. So at this time, Summer was still on the property, and the mum was shouting, "Just wait till I get you, you little bee," and swearing at her and stuff. "If you don't come out now, you're going to get it worse, blah, 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 blah," right? So Summer got scared. She said she was running and she hurt her feet. She had no shoes on. And she said she's running, and then she slipped. She remembers falling, but she doesn't remember hitting the deck. She says then she looked up and it was all dark. So obviously this is nighttime when she's come to. In my opinion, is what I'm thinking, why she said it was all dark and scary. But her knee hurt, she was cut, her feet were cut, she had a banging headache, her head hurt really bad, and she was feeling very cold and unwell. She said she's stuck between rocks. Now this could mean rocks as in like stones, big stones. It could mean if there's an area, if anyone who's searching can hear me, go to an area where there's a load of rocks and look in between them rocks because it's dark there, and take a torch with you. And the reason why the dogs might not be able to smell her is because she's near an area where there's animals dead there, and with the river and everything else, okay? But I couldn't hear no river. I couldn't hear the water. All I could hear was like birds singing and stuff, and like rocks and trees and stuff. So I don't know if on the property there's a place like that. It's just what I'm hearing. Also, I think Candice might have told Don she's ran away. I shouted at her, she was being naughty, she ran away. And I think they know now that Candice will be in serious trouble if she ran away. They'll be like, well, why are you scared? Don't forget, according to Don's sister, stepsister, CPS was gonna come and take the kids, right? So if you put Summer's account to one side for 1 minute, and the parents wanted to leave that place but couldn't afford it, right? He wanted to sell that property, but it was going to be way too much money to go back, and he wanted to go and live with his mum and his stepmom and dad, with all the kids and that, and they said nope, no way. So he's gone down because he feels guilty, because he has to hide the secret that Candice got angry and upset and drunk and attacked Summer. Which Don can't talk and say, oh, how dare you do that, when he does it to his wife and his son. So to be fair, he would have had to protect her because, you know, he's just as bad. And I think Don is screwed inside because he loved Summer. And I think He was out of all of them, and I get it, guys. Don't come for me. I get it. That's not love. I get it, but that's all someone new. Remember, she's a 5-year-old girl who's been in this horrific situation. They don't understand. They only understand what they see. So the love that they get from the parents is the only thing they see. But I think what's happening here is they're trying to push the police away from what the truth is, because they rather it look like she was kidnapped and never be found, or think after they've gone we'll look for her and find her, to protect Candice and her behaviour. According to the spirit that says is Summer, her granddad and also her auntie Rose are there with them. Now the granddad says it's by clay. I writ on this clay. Right? Also, the auntie keeps saying something about a sandwich and mustard. She got stomach pains with the mustard, got very poorly, and she was drugged up, and she said Candice used the mustard in the sandwich. So I'm wondering if she was drugged first, because every time I connect with that spirit I get woozy. So I'm wondering if Candice made her a sandwich, and this is what the spirit's saying. This isn't fact, it's what the spirit's saying. To me it's fact. To most people who don't believe in this, it's not fact, it's bullshit. And I get it. And if you think this is, well, the only thing is we can wait and see, right? Whether it's true or not. What we do, it's hit and miss, right? Its reason being is because it's our interpretation of what they're trying to tell us. Could be wrong. Not them, us. So, like I said, it's again up to you. If you're one of these that don't believe but have an open mind, all I'm saying to you is let's wait and see. Okay? We've got a scenario here where the child remembers running away from the mother. We all know the mother has a temper, and it's always saying she's my pain in the arse. Like, she's a pain in the arse, but she's my pain in the arse, and all this lot. We also know that she beats on the kids. We also know that they're not very good parental. We also know she has a temper. Okay? So, I feel that this could have happened. This is a very strong possibility, because she was probably angry because CPS told them to clean up the house. And I think CPS was coming down that day not to take the kids, but to look at the house, because a lot of people are saying it's cleaner than it normally is. So I'm wondering if they took all the toys and all the rubbish and everything, threw it down into, because it's not even a basement, they call it downstairs. Everyone else is calling it a basement except Summer. She's saying it's downstairs. So I don't understand that bit, because like I said, I haven't seen the house. So it's downstairs and then the back door is there. It doesn't make sense. Like a higgly-piggly house, right? And she could have thrown everything down there and said to Summer, don't go down there and don't mess up, and said to the boys, sit at the table and play your games and just stay still. Don't mess up the house. Because they were, maybe that's why they were home cleaning. She set them off to clean and got Summer out the way, so the boys could clean, because CPS was coming. Right? It all fits in together very nicely, if that makes sense. Don gone to work. The boys, Candy said the boys was at home cleaning. And now Summer says that Mum got very angry because she was playing with the toys and she wanted to bring the toys upstairs. Candice lost her temper. They were putting flowers in the grandma's front garden area was because maybe they wanted it to look a bit more nicer for when CPS comes or social services or whatever, to make it look like they've made the effort. And she's lost her temper. She's obviously smoked a bit and had some stuff. And she's run off. I don't think they murdered her on purpose, not by the accounts of the spirit. I think she got scared. But it was all Candice's doing. The fearing the child, scared, running, shouting the dog back. If Candice would have left the dog go with Summer, it would have actually run right back to Summer and could have saved Summer. But Candice is so violent that the dog would have been scared of her and commanded to go back, it would go back, and even if it was like wanting to be with Summer. And Summer just wanted to run away from her. And Candice was so angry. And I think that's why she said, 10-15 minutes she was gone. I went down, because Candice says it a lot and it all fits. What I've been told and what's happening all fit. So she said the boys were at home cleaning. And everyone's saying, well, why were the boys at home cleaning? Now we've learned today that the CPS, the social services, were actually going to come up and have told them to tidy the house and make sure the house is clean and tidy. Right? Some are saying they got very angry. They got very, very angry. Her mum did, because she wanted to bring some toys upstairs. And beat on her. And she got scared and ran out. And she's saying rocks. It can mean anything. What rocks? Saying trees, smell of animals, rocks, dark. But she could have come too, and it was early hours of the morning, and she said she was cold. It was cold, but she was in so much pain. Okay, so that's what I'm going to put out. That's my theory. Please call this number if you know anything or you were there that day. And the reason why people are saying they've seen the red truck was because, according to the Spirit of Summer, the mum went looking for Summer because she chased Summer out into the woods, and Summer just kept going with the dog. And then Candice got into a car and tried to, because I think Candice knew she was going to go to H's house or the teacher's house, or she was going to the church. Right? So she was heading that way. So Candice got in the car and thought, I'll head her off. Drove down, and Summer says that she saw her mum in the car, saw her yelling at the dog, and said, mummy's really, really angry. I'm going to be in really, really bad hit here. So she ran deeper inwards to the left. So wherever Candy's car stopped, go straight ahead and look for big boulders of something. Big boulders, whether it's got water in it or not. It's big boulders where the child has fell down. I've never been in this woods. I don't know. She just says she slipped. She fell down. And she falling, and that's all she can remember is falling. Then she remembers waking up and it was all dark, and she could hear animals, and her legs, her feet were bleeding, her legs were hurting, her head was hurting her, and I think she was stuck. She couldn't get out, and I think with the cold and everything, unfortunately, I think she passed away. This isn't an accident. This is because of abuse. Her granddad says she's with him, and so is her aunt. And all three of them blame Candice for all three of them being on the spirit side. They don't blame Don. They say, Don, wait. Don, you're doing things wrong. So obviously Don's protecting Candice. And obviously Don did go to work that day. Obviously the boys was cleaning up because of CPS. And obviously they thought, right, we'll get Summer out so they can clean the house, because apparently, according to Summer, her brothers always beat on her, shout at her, always pick on her, take her stuff and stuff like that. More than what brothers would do with what she's shown. But again, I get it. If you don't believe in this, if you don't believe in the spirit world, I get it. If you're religious and you think it's the devil, I get it. I get it all, and you're all entitled to your opinions. You can write it, as long as you're not nasty. Write down below, because if you are, I won't get to see it, but they'll block you. Right? So tell me what you think of what I'm thinking's happened here. Tell me why you think it's not this way, or do you agree, or do you agree on some of it? But apparently it's going to be hard to find Summer's body. So we need to look in places where there's rocks, there's deep holes, there's sinkholes, stuff like that, where the rocks are. That's all I keep getting, is this dark, cold, drippy place with rocks around her. Falling. So it was like, you've got to go to a place where it's got a deep drop. Right? That's what I say, because the falling feeling felt quite a while. So just make sure, okay? But yeah, so that's my thoughts and feelings on all this. Now we wait to see. Now I get you lot, mediums, not mediums. I don't class myself as a medium at all. They just tell me when they tell me they come. When they come, I've got no control over what happens. I see them, I hear them, I smell them, I feel them, I sense it. I don't understand it, but it's been happening ever since I was born, so I'm used to it. Okay, but I can't class myself as a medium. I can't class myself as a soothsayer or anything like that. I can't. I'm only me, and it just comes. Right, when it comes, it's. I was told, it's told. That's it. So I'm just telling you what I'm getting. Whether it's true or not is up to you, and time will tell. Okay, but all I know is, if I could speak to the people that were looking for Summer, I would say to them, come out of the house, run straight down, and if you keep walking, you'll come to a place where there's a ditch, where there's a big drop. Go down that drop, and where there's boulders or something where she can be stuck in between some kind of rocks. And take torches, because it's dark, according to the spirit I spoke to that said it was Summer. Okay? But for all those who's worried about Summer, apparently she's giggling, she's happy. She says she's with her granddad, she called him something else, Dan or something. And her auntie, Rose, is there with her. Okay? So, and if you don't believe that, then that's fine. You have your opinion, your thoughts. I'm not here to convince anybody of anything. I'm just here to tell you what I've been, all the way through this, I've been getting headaches. I've been getting these weird senses, tastes, smells, noises, stuff like that. So I've been watching a lot of things, and now it makes sense. I've been watching people's mediumships, their tarot cards and all that lot. That doesn't make sense to them in little bits. But when you put them all together, it makes sense. It's coming together, and it's more plausible than selling Summer for... See, why would they sell Summer on the day CPS was coming down to see him? Because the first thing CPS is going to say is, where's Summer? right? I believe that Candice is telling the truth to a certain point. I believe that nothing did happen, that H has ADHD, so he probably thought she was drowning when she was just splashing around and diving under the water looking at animals and stuff. Apparently there's no rocks there or anything. I also believe the boys were at home cleaning because according to Don's stepsister, who has no reason to lie because she had nothing to gain from this, Candice phoned her sister up and her mum up, and Candice told them that CPS is coming, and if the house ain't clean, they're going to take the children away. So the boys are at home cleaning. So I believe that she was just keeping Summer out the way and taking Summer because she couldn't trust the boys to look after Summer because A, they're too young, and B, they were always picking on her and she needed the job done. And I do believe Don was at work. But again, we won't know this until it comes out. But all I'm saying is, this is my opinion on it, and this is what I have concluded is happening. I could be totally wrong, and if I am, then great. If she comes back because they sold her and she's perfectly happy and fine, brilliant, excellent, that's the best news we could have. So now you're going to say, wait, Chip. You said, what about the second one? Well, that's a little bit more sinister, and this is about the physical evidence, not the spiritual one. So it's not what Summer said happened, the spirit of Summer, but it's my theory. And it's not a good one. It's not a good outcome. So, look, I'm going to do a trigger warning now. What I'm about to say would trigger a lot of people. It did me, and it made me. I was actually violently sick when I was thinking about what could have happened, and this is the evidence part of it. So if you're triggered of anything like that, skip past this video bit. The second bit is right. So the first bit, I need to have a break. I need to have a break. I've not been sleeping because of this, so excuse my hair. I've not been sleeping at all. Okay, so I'm not going to let you see the nicotine smoking. I see a load of people smoking on there, and I don't believe in it. I only smoke 3 a day, but I've been stressed out, so I'm on my first cigarette today. Right, so here we go. Are you ready? I believe that everything from the beginning, what I said, right up to when Summer had just finished planting the plants in her grandmother's little plant pot thing in the front, right? Candice was drinking because she was getting nervous because CPS. She was keeping Summer out because the boys were still cleaning. All the toys and that, she probably told them put them downstairs because none of them call them a basement. I believe that Summer did get chased, got smacked and shouted at, and I mean smacked horrifically, and Candice just lost her temper, and Summer did escape and run out the door, unlocked it and just run as fast as she could with a dog. I do believe that Candice got in her car and drove down the road, and Summer seen her and diverted and went a different way where she didn't know where she was going. And Candice shouted at the dog to go back. From there, I believe also what could have happened was Candice called 2 people to help her look for Summer. One of the people she couldn't get hold of. The other one she could. Now, she's only known this person for 3 months. So he could have run down to town and started shouting to people, look, a 5-year-old girl's gone missing, she's in the woods, we don't know where she is. The mum says 1 minute she was there, she wasn't, and a paedophile heard. She's in bare feet, she's wearing a pink top. And one of the paedophiles said, now Summer's one of these kids that if you show her a bit of attention, she's going to come straight to you. So just hear me out. These are just theories. These are just my theory on this one. Right? That's all it is. It's just my theory on this one, okay? So because everyone started talking and phoning each other up, a paedophile could have been listening. One of the paedophiles that are around there could have been listening. It was easy enough to do. And then because it was so late, they might know them woods. They might go in there for some reason. If there was not more than one that thought the same thing and started looking for Summer and found her injured. This is not what Summer's saying, the spirit of Summer, this is not what she's saying happened. But I'm just saying, physical evidence. Could it have happened this way? Where Summers ran off and the paedophiles around, apparently they were horrific, there was loads of them around that area. And because it was spreaded around really fast that Summer's missing, and it was only minutes, there was nothing stopping them, one of them from going into the woods, and they've come across her. Now, they could all be together. You don't know. The horrific, dangerous people, the disgusting people. And if Summer has hurt herself, she'd be crying, shouting, stuff like that. And if they were close enough, they could say, come on, Summer, we'll fix you up and then we'll take you home. I'm just saying, this could be, it probably isn't, because I do believe in the mediums that are doing this case. But I get a sense of choking, but not with water. And heat like plastic. And I don't know why. I smell that quite a lot. But what if that happened? What if Candice's anger drove Summer so scared, so far away? And because she called everyone and everyone's running around saying Summer's missing, 5-year-old girl's missing, can you help look for her? They didn't approach a paedophile because they didn't even know they were in the area. They could have heard them and gone into the woods looking for her. And to be fair, a paedophile is more of a stalker, so they would more likely see the signs of broken twigs, or could have gone in at 2-3 o'clock in the morning and heard us shouting and found her. God, I hope not. But they're my theories. They're my 2 theories that could have happened. I get it. It's just my theories, my thought process. Remember, I'm autistic with learning difficulties. I can't read. I don't understand things. I'm just telling you what my senses is telling me and what my experience of them people are like. The bad people, the paedophiles and that, what they're capable of doing. They're capable of finding children out of nowhere because of who and what they are, the predators. And if you're being stalked by a lion, if you think you run away and then all of a sudden one sniff of you, one wind blow different way, they've got you. And if there's a pack that is hungry enough, they could work together. And when you're hunting, you get the adrenaline in that, so you're not tired. You're not. You're just concentrating on your kill, your track. I'm just saying, with the amount of paedophiles around there, they could have heard. They could have heard that Summer was missing. She was a 5-year-old blonde girl with blue eyes, and they could have got together, a few of them. They could have gone in them woods looking like it could have been like a game for them. And it all boils down to Candice anyway. But I'm starting to believe that Candice was being deceptive, and her, every time she's had the lie detector test, there'll be deception, and some of it will be true, like the boys cleaning the house, like her shouting at Summer, going down shouting, she didn't answer her. That'll be deception. But guys, this is just my theories. And I get it, some people want the parents to be guilty. I get it. And she is guilty because she shouldn't have beat the kid up in the first place. This is why you don't hit your kids. This is why in this country it's illegal. To frighten your kid that much, a 5-year-old baby that much, that she has to run into the most scariest place of the woods that she would never run off. But she had no choice. But they're my theories. It's just my thoughts and theories. I've got nothing to back it up. Nothing. Except watching the mediums, watching what people are saying, about stuff like that. Yeah. So that's my thoughts and theories. Now we have to sit back and wait and see if there's any new evidence coming up. There's always going to be new evidence. Guys, keep your family safe. Keep your kids safe. And catch you in a wild crocodile. Pray for everyone.